Alrighty, folks. That was an excellent run. Drakex, as we all know, can be completely volatile, so great job to SPD Wolf on that run. Now we have AgentWyvern here, who's going to be doing Rondo of Blood. So I've been asking kind of everybody at least something as we kick off each run. For Rondo, kind of what is your loves and hates about the game? Is there anything you're excited about? Is there anything you're dreading about this run?
Well, I'm excited to see what sort of RNG Rondo decides to bestow on me today. I really like the backflip movement. As you will see, it's the main form of transportation in the run, and that's always exciting. But yeah, who knows what the RNG will provide, and I just hope my internet holds it together.
Well, we can all give you your energy for that, or we can all give you our energy for that one. Chat, send it out because, tech problems happen, and unfortunately, tech is tech. Awesome. So you are free to get going. Just give the countdown to start and call of end of time, and good luck and have fun.
Thank you very much. I shall be sure to do that. Right, so we're going. Thank you very much, I shall be sure to do that. Right, so we're going to be starting from a fresh file here. So we have the first intro cutscene skip, so we don't have to sit here for 2,000 years. And let's go. So time will start once we gain control of Richter. And I will try and give a countdown. I was hoping my own splits were going to work so I could actually give a proper countdown, but unfortunately my hotkey has not worked. So I'm going to guess. So control will start, or time will start in... Oh, it's anyone's guess, really, isn't it? As soon as Richter's coat flies away into the night, and as we are greeted here... Oh, time starts now. I do apologise, but... There we go. Death has come to greet us, who will probably ruin my day in about 5 minutes, or 10 minutes rather, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to see how we get on with this. So, what is most different about this run compared to most others is the fact that we backflip through it, rather than walking or jumping or whatever. Each backflip we do saves anywhere between 0.15 and 0.2 seconds roughly, so that obviously adds up as we get through the run. So let's see how we start over these skeletons. Now these skeletons are the first instance of RNG, not particularly important, but they can appear in different positions each time. But we are through that fairly okay. Up the stairs we go, dodging the barrel as we backflip over these enemies. So this is a TurboGrafx CD game, for anyone that didn't know, that came out in 1993. It's what Dracula X was sort of based on, used a lot of the same sprites and whatnot. As we go up here, we're going to try and sort of walk back and forth here to get a good pattern from the ectoplasm and hopefully not hit me. Good. And we're going to throw an axe there as well, which saves about 0.1 seconds or something, because it cancels the landing animation. So that is a decent use of a single heart. As we approach our first boss, and we will try and do the quick fight here, by trying to do a jump that will allow us to react to which side the boss comes up, and then throw out the holy water item crash. Will it work? Who knows? Sometimes it just doesn't work for some reasons, but it should work most of the time if I'm fast enough. Will I be today? Who knows? Let us find out what Rondo has in store. Right, so where's the boss here? Good. Jolly good indeed. Even more good. I pressed the button, and it just about worked. That was about as close as it gets for the quick fight. That nearly ended rather poorly. So next we'll be moving on to alternate stage 2, where we start to see the seeds of RNG being sown. Does that make sense as a phrase? I'm not entirely sure, but let's find out. And so there is some multiple elements of RNG on this next level. There's 3 skeletons that can give you one of 2 patterns, either a nice quick pattern or a pattern where you take damage and it's a bit slower. There's also Bone Pillar RNG and Gargoyle RNG, but I'm sure we will encounter. But we get the good pattern from the first skeleton, that's always delightful. Grabbing that heart there as well. Oh, there's the bad RNG. That's the worst possible RNG from that Bone Pillar. That's the worst fireball pattern you can get. I probably should have reacted better to it though, but... Oh, good skeleton RNG though. I can't complain about that. That always makes me happy. Oh, and luckily using the whip to hit that fireball before it ruins our day, which is amazing. Gargoyle is slightly mean, but not exceptionally mean. And there we go. Right, moving on. If you whip as you land on that boat, then you can sort of walk forward a little bit, and it sort of moves the boat forward as well in some strange way of breaking all known laws of physics. I have consulted with the best quantum physicists and relativity experts of our day. They have no idea either. As we are now attacked by many sort of mermen, which I'm just sort of whipping. This is an auto-scroller. With Maria you can skip all this using a really cool trick, but with Richter there is no such thing, so we must wait through the auto-scroller as the mermen perform their show. I'm not quite sure what they're doing, or why they're I wonder if I'm just sort of like interrupting some sort of theatrical underwater Atlantis production. That would be most mean of me, but I'm just trying to get through, just trying to go about my day. There is a place you can sort of crouch and it will like avoid all damage for the entire auto-scroller, but after 2 years I still have not decided to learn it. Right, and we now move forward to stage 3, where the RNG continues to build up. As we'll make our way past here, through these first enemies, waiting for the purple skull coming up. We just have to time a well-timed axe throw here, and this will deal with this mini-boss that approaches us. Now, I don't usually ever miss this. I'm not sure I have ever missed this in a run. Will today be the first time? No, surprising. Most surprising indeed. And we continue on. Now, the bat can spawn here, depending on where the first bat spawned. Whoa, I'm not used to it spawning on the left, but I'll take it. Why not? So we're going to do another backflip here to try and sort of get this next enemy to jump over us. We'll see if I get it right. Ooh. Okay, get it right. That was not convincing, to put it lightly, but we'll give it a go. Okay, this bone pillar can ruin my day. Since why not, we'll go for this strat. Okay, we got it. That only saves about a second, but it makes it so that spike ball boosts you into the door instead. Probably not worth it most of the time, but it's a fun strat. And now we reach the RNG master. Dogever does what Dogever wants at a time of Dogever's choosing. We are just here for the experience. We are just along for the ride of RNG. Oh, hello. Oh, jumping into the flames, getting hit twice, and Dogever has now disappeared into the ceiling and has been defeated. Yes, Dogever can do all sorts, can teleport, can throw fire, can throw lasers, can summon rocks to attack us, and it's all usually a very sad time. There's the Inabito strat there, so we don't have to move too far away and take loads of damage. And there we go. Save some time. But that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Good progress. Moving on to alternate stage 4, where RNG continues on. Luckily this first screen isn't RNG, which hopefully means I shouldn't mess it up too badly. We will soon find out, though. Let's go. This screen never used to have this many backflips in it, and then I just added a few more in because I was like, the more backflips must mean the more time I save. Whether or not that's true, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to go with it. Why not? And now this next screen can make me cry some tears on occasion, depending on what the skeleton RNG is like and where they spawn. The frogs will do the same thing each time, but you can get anywhere up to 5 skeletons, and 5 being sort of the worst possible RNG. We've got 1 so far, so that's pretty good. If we just walk in front of the frogs, they will jump over us. 2 skeletons, that's fine. Okay, 2 skeletons is actually better than normal, to be honest. That's pretty good. I will take that every day of the week, including whatever day of the week today is. I'm going to guess it's Saturday. This feels like a Saturday. Is it Saturday? Probably. I have no idea, but let's just say it is. Right, okay, so this screen is also a bit of a nightmare. With Maria, you can just sort of roll through this and it's all wonderful, but with Richter, you can get Fleeman dropped on your head and it's a very bad time. But surprisingly, I'm actually getting pretty good RNG on this screen today, so I can't complain about that at all. Moving on to Dullahan. Now, Dullahan's actually one of my favourite bosses, which is a scary thing to say because I'm probably going to mess this up now, but I like Dullahan because it's like one of the few bosses that sort of behaves the same way, and I will take it. I will take it. It is Saturday. Good. I have confirmation that it is indeed Saturday. That's what I like to hear. My internal calendar of what day of the week it is still going. Right, Dullahan. We're going to do 2 whips. Oh, no, we're not. It's all gone wrong. Everything's gone wrong. Everything has gone wrong. Okay, so things have gone what we would call in the trade rather wrong, but it's fine. It's fine. We will salvage the situation. Okay, that wasn't ideal. That wasn't what I was hoping for. But we will take it in our stride. Our stride is admittedly not as good of a stride as I was hoping for. It's a sort of... It's barely even a stride anymore. It's sort of a mild walk in the correct direction. And I keep trying to press my split button, despite the fact my splits aren't even on right now. So that's always delightful. Now, we move on to the worst stage in the game. The most reset-heavy stage in the run. The one that just makes me cry myself to sleep. So, we go through this. We're going to backflip over this. There is a good backflip you can do to get over it, to save a jump there, but unfortunately I didn't get it. But that's a mostly okay screen. We kill those enemies there because the doors won't open until the enemies have gone through their death animation, and those skeletons have a particularly long animation, hence why I threw the Bible. As we approach the troll sword, and I usually do inefficient movement here because I think it might give me a better pattern, and it did on that occasion. But that sword can stay up for a really long time and will can ruin a run, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. It's sad times all around. As we approach the painting, I believe the painting in lore is supposed to be of the captain of the ship who got trapped, who wants to replace you and escape to the real world, or some sort of stuff. I don't know. But either way, the captain has gone. This is now a ship without a captain. To be fair, it was chaotic as it is. Now we're going to try and damage boost over these green guards. Let's see if I get the distance right. Good there. There are faster damage boosts you can do there, but I haven't quite figured out how to do them consistently. Ooh. Okay, that was risking it, but luckily I did a slightly more delayed backflip there to sort of make that distance. You could backflip through the last one, but I am displaying the peak amounts of cowardice here, so I'm not going for it. Right, and we're fine. We're going to get the food. We are definitely going to get the food for this. We are going to need it, definitely. Just because death is probably the hardest boss in the game. It can ruin your day, and potentially your week and or your month. Death, depending on what death does, it can be a nightmare, and it can just... I could be screaming in the next 10 seconds. Who knows? Who knows what is in store? Okay, so what you could do is you could accidentally throw a Bible and waste 3 hearts. That's also a solid option, which I wouldn't recommend. Oh, hello, scary, hello, Sives. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Okay, so now we have wasted 6 hearts. This is absolutely sensational, but it's fine. We will salvage the situation. Death has decided to feel sorry for me, so has stopped throwing the same amount of Sives, and we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is not fine. What is this? Okay, that was a little scary. If you get hit by one of those skulls, then if you get hit by one of those skulls, then things can go. He'll do a second round of them. So we're going to try and do the fast phase 2 here. And there we go. And that is death has been defeated, which is jolly good indeed. And we move on to the boss rush. I don't think that was terrible. That's certainly the most RNG heavy stage in the run. It's really scary, and most runs will end here. That's just the way it is. Between the Troll Sword RNG, the Bird RNG, and the Death RNG, it's just a little bit of a nightmare. But we have made it through, and now we have the anime cutscene. So this is a nice break, a nice, calm, relaxing time. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. There's been some amazing runs by some amazing runners so far. Some great stuff so far. But I hope everything's going well. Here we go, the cutscene. This is Annette. Unfortunately, we don't rescue Annette in the any % run. I do apologise, but that is for 100% only, unfortunately. As Dracula delivers the evil villain monologue, and you're about to see the sizable length of Dracula's arm. It defies belief. It's something that has to be seen. Look at that. That is a sizable arm. Who knows how it has reached that distance? Perhaps quantum tunneling. Who knows the explanation? But it has happened. Here we go. This is a long cutscene. I'll be honest. This is a fairly long cutscene. It's when you're doing sort of like PB attempts. It's and you get to this cutscene. It's kind of nice because you can sort of take a breath, relax for a minute. But when you're sort of doing like a no reset run, it's sort of like, okay, we're now sitting through a cutscene. And here is Shaft, come to tell Dracula that there are intruders in the castle. We are intruding upon the castle. To be fair though, everything in the castle has tried to harm us so far, so it's I don't think Dracula is the perfect host, to be honest. I do not feel like I've been treated particularly well as a guest by Dracula up to now. Now, I believe in English Annette is saying, save me Richter, but as I said, unfortunately that's not on the table in an any percent run. Okay, boss rush time. Castlevania 1 remastered, whatever you want to call it. It is time. It is time. So, let's see how this goes. We basically now have to fight all of the bosses from Castlevania 1. Is it all of them? Well, except for Dracula, I suppose. I think the heart count is okay, I think, possibly. So there is some RNG here. There is certainly some RNG in how the Bat Boss behaves and where it goes. It sort of can sometimes go on an adventure and just sort of leave, which is most annoying, but we shall see how this goes. This should be fine. Ooh. Okay, that's good. That's good. That sort of had to improvise there with a couple of extra whips, but so far so okay. Ooh, hello. Now you can get double hits here if you sort of crouch and whip, but okay, that wasn't quite what I had in mind, but we've made it through, so I'll take it. Then we have the mummies, where we just have to do, like, crouch and do 9 whips. You can do 10, I think, technically, but we do 9 whips and then try and throw the Bible, so the Bible sort of circles round and gets multiple hits. Was not convinced about that. Okay, had to do an extra hit there with the whip, unfortunately. The Bible only got sort of 1 extra hit rather than the 2 I was hoping for, but so far so good. Frankenstein, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, 1, 2, 3, throw the Bible, sort of crouch down, just whip randomly. And that was a good Frankenstein fight. Jolly good. As I take a sip of water. Aha. Now we move on to the Shaft fight. So, this, interestingly, on this version, I'm playing on sort of the original build of the game. This particular one's on Wii Virtual Console. On this original version, Shaft has like double the health that he does on the re-releases on PSP and PS4. Oh, okay, that's good. I was not convinced. Yeah, sometimes I sort of fail to predict. Ah! Please leave me alone, fireballs. Woo. Fail to predict when Shaft's going to do the next attack. But that was fine. Wasn't incredible, could have been faster, but it'll do. As we take some extra damage there. Interestingly, that's the one desperation attack in the game that can actually kill you. It's really unusual why it's just that one specifically. Do 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 do. And why am I still pressing the split button? My splits are not even going. Why do I keep pressing that? Okay, stage 7, as we approach the Bat Bridge. Now, this is a little bit of a nightmare and can be another bit of an RNG problem, as we miss a backflip and start sliding there. I can't remember if I explained, actually, the reason why I'm whip cancelling these backflips is it stops the slide, that specific slide animation, which obviously wastes time, as you also just saw there. Oh, woo. Okay, had to sort of backflip there to try and get as many of these bats as possible with the whip cancel, so they don't hit me. I'm a bit concerned about how high those ones are, but we have made it through. We have made it through indeed. Okay, say goodbye to that skeleton. Throw the Bible there to clear out some of the bones. Okay, apparently get hit anyway because I must have messed up the movement. Wouldn't be the first time. Now we just have to do what's called gear skip. So it's just random, you just sort of walk here and hope hope you fall through. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I don't think it's probably technically RNG, but we'll see. I'm going to go for this boost. Is it a bad idea? Is this going to make the hardest backflip in the game more risky? Quite entirely possible, but oh well. Ooh. Would help if I faced the door. So now this is the hardest backflip in the game. It's quite precise, and well, it would help if I actually turn around. We'll see if I even get the setup. I've been missing the setup a lot for it, but let's see. Okay, looks like we might get the setup. Good. Ah! Oh, I thought I had more health than that. Oh dear. I thought I did have more health than that, but apparently I did not. Oh well, so it's time to do this the old-fashioned way. Well, that's not the old-fashioned way, that's... No! No! Stop! Stop! Oh dear. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's try this again with considerably less failure, if possible. Woo! Yeah, unfortunately, there is no good backup. Oh dear. Now the other annoying thing is when you die here, you can't get the Bible back for the rest of the run. Oh dear. So unfortunately, we are now experiencing whip only strats. I do apologise. But let's try this again. Oh, of course, it's the first try after I miss it. Yeah, that is entirely typical. But oh well. And we'll grab the heart here. So, starting off this next Chef's Ghost boss fight is a little tricky without the Bible, because it means that some of the bats can hit you. It can be a little bit of a problem, but we will give it a go. As we move on through. Okay, here we go. Right, so the idea here is to sort of juggle Chef's Ghost back and forth. I'm not sure you'll actually be able to see the boss, because it's sort of like, it only appears at some frame rates. It's really random. I don't know, I can see it on my screen, but you may not see it. You may see nothing. It may simply be quite literally a ghost. So I'm sort of trying to hit Shaft back and forth here. And there we go. Jolly good. So that went quite well, considering it was whip only, but now we move on to Dracula, also whip only. Scary times, but we will do what we can. So ideally for Dracula, you would want what's called a 4-cycle Dracula, where you use a combination of the Bible hits and the whip hits to ruin Dracula's day, but in the absence of the Bible, we are just going to whip Dracula until Dracula gets rather annoyed and turns into a cookie monster. So, oh, hello. Deciding to miss backflips. Why am I collecting hearts? I have no idea. They are of no use to me anymore. Okay, hello Dracula. I am ready for a whip-only Dracula fight. What shall be in store here? Good. So really, as far as I know, we can really only get 2 hits in. It might be possible to get 3, but I've never been able to do it. So we just have to chip away slowly, annoying Dracula by slowly hitting him. As we... Ooh. Okay, just took a bit of damage there. Oh, okay, missed a hit, but it's fine. Everything is amazing. What if we throw the cross? Does the cross actually do anything here? Let's find out. That was not the best cross throw of all time. I will just defeat Dracula. Where are we? Okay. Okay. Well, that took a lot of time. But here we go, as Dracula turns into phase 2. Once again, more whips are required here. So you kind of want to get Dracula facing towards the right. Well, not quite like... Oh dear. Because Dracula will do this fireball attack, which means you'll get more whips in. Oh, you just timed the dodges correctly. And I will now walk over here. As we take the slow path through Dracula's health. Okay, there we go. And so time will end once we collect the red orb here. So that's, yes, I do apologise about sort of the improvised end there. I played that probably riskier than I should have, but we have finished. The runtime is done, and that is, I nearly said Dracula X. Do not want to mistake the two. No, that is Rondo of Blood, any percent. So yes, thank you very much, everyone. That was I think we did all right there. I think the first few stages were okay at least. But yes, thank you very much for the GGs. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Just I'd like to say sort of like thank you to everyone sort of in the Castlevania speedrunning community. I like genuinely interacting with everyone over the last couple years has really made my life like a lot better. It's been like so amazing. So yes, thank you very much for having me, and good luck to the rest of the runners.